guys, it's Stitching May here to finally do an update. It's been since April since my last video. I have no excuse, so I'm not going to make one. Life's been fine. I'll do a life update later. Everybody's fine and healthy. Mainly my stitchy bug just kind of fizzled out. Like, I did the last video in April. I was all ready to stitch. I was excited. I was going to be gung-ho. And then it just kind of went and stitching was almost work. Like, the thought of stitching and picking up my stitching felt tedious. Even the stuff that I had out felt tedious. Like, it just wasn't enjoyable. Like, and I was like really kind of concerned. My husband even like, let's reorganize your room, which you'll notice I'm in a new spot. We tried to reorganize the room. The furniture just kind of fits where it is. There's not a lot of new places for it to go. We did move some stuff, which made my stitchy area not feel so tight, which you can't tell that because you've not seen the whole room. I am now facing a different way. I've actually got a little bit of stuff behind me, and I'm hoping that this way the glare won't be on my glasses as bad as it was that last video, because that was distracting, even for me. Let me know what you think, if the glare is okay. It's still there, but not quite as bad. That was part of the thing. My glasses quit working. Like, I put them on one day and they weren't working. And so then I ended up taking them off and lost them at work somewhere. Somebody's walking around with my prescription. Hopefully it helps them, because it wasn't helping me any. And we went back to the eye doctor, got these glasses. Everything's fine. It wasn't as sudden as an eye change or sight change as I felt like it was. I was a little concerned because, you know, I'm a nurse and I hear the crazy things. It is that, anyway, you don't care about my eye prescription. He fixed me. I can see. I will say a disclaimer. I have my 16-year-old Snorri dog in here, and he's looking at me like I'm crazy. He keeps looking around trying to figure out who I'm talking to, because he can't hear, but he can tell that I'm talking, and he's like, who is she talking to? And my cat, Vader, is in the window looking at a bird. You may hear his head thunk as he kind of forgets that there's a glass pane in front of him. He did, however, help, because he was in the blinds knocking around and making a lot of noise. So I opened the blinds where he could see, and then that relieved a shadow that was behind me. So he's not my lighting guy. Anyway, I digress. I'll do more of a life update later. I have a lot to show you, because despite my bug dying, I did still stitch some. It just wasn't enjoyable. I have new starts. I have progress. I have 0 finishes. And then I do have haul that I will pick up in a minute. It's heavy to pick up, so I don't really want to pick it up, just to put it back down. I do not have numbers for you. That was part of my problem, I think, is like trying to keep up with all the numbers. And I stitched this and I stitched that one, and the prompts. And then since the end of September, my bug's been back. So I've stitched on what I want to stitch on rather than prompts. And I've been counting to achieve, to complete tasks in groups that I'm in. But I haven't, I'm not keeping up with the daily count and all that stuff. I may do that again next year. We'll see. I gotten so strict on myself, though, that it was just like, I think that's what squashed my stitchy bug. Is like, it was like I was having to punch a time clock. And yeah, it took the fun out. So I did also change shifts. I'm now day shift. So it's daylight when I'm recording. I think that also kind of like drained me, because my body didn't know what I was doing. So anyway, that's life. You're here for stitching. So in no particular order, the one that I am currently stitching on is one for Halloween. This is, I guess, my Dark October stitching. This is in my Nightmare Before Christmas bag by Stitchnbutton, with my little graveyard. Come on, focus. Zipper pull. And this is the Stitch Witch by Tiny Modernist. I don't know when I started this. I think it was last year. It was a Sal with Shannon. I'm stitching it in the called for DNCs, except for the white. See the little ghosty and the little moon and the little skulls. They're all going to be stitched in a Artiste glow in the dark thread. That's the word. These are the colorways, just DMC, basic Halloween DMC. I went to write the other day on our board at work our assignments in Halloween colors, and I realized it was coming out Florida Gator colors, so I had to fix that really quickly. Sorry to all you. Oh, that's the inside of the bag. I am stitching this on, what is the name of this fabric? It was one that I want to say it's parchment. It's one that I had designated for another project, and I realized that I had enough to do this project and that project on it. Yeah, I can't find the name of it. Flax linen. I'll get back to my project. This is where I am. So when I first started this month, all that I had was this bat, this star, this letter A, and this vine. Everything else is new just in October, guys. So I'm definitely getting in some stitches. And this is a needle minder that it was a pen that I purchased. And it says, mornings are for coffee and contemplation, from Stranger Things. We're making my son express interest in watching Stranger Things. And then he was like, oh, no, I don't think so. I think it's too scary. So we're like, no, it's not. And we were kind of easing him into the horror genre with Stranger Things. But there that is. Okay. Next is also a new start. This is in a book that my sister purchased for me. Even she was trying to renew my stitch bug, guys. It was bad. It is Harvest Blessings. I'll insert a picture here if I can't find it later in the book when I show you the book. It is in a book. It is, I'm trying to see who it's actually. Mary Beale is who it's by. I'm stitching it in the called for DMC on just plain old DMC Irish linens, tea-dyed Michaels, 28 count. That's actually what it called for. So I'm stitching in the called for DMC on the called for fabric. This was a start in, I want to say September-ish. Don't know. I'll figure it out. And I want to, maybe it was August. It was August. Because in August we did, that's what kind of got my, I did arbitrary August, and I had all of my whips on the wheel, and then new start or whip, and I would spin, and then I would spin. And then I had a wheel of new starts, and I would figure out which one I was going to stitch on. And this one came up. So it will say eventually, give us this day our daily bread. And my aunt had something similar in her kitchen, not to the design, just the daily bread one. And when I saw it, I fell in love with it. I was a little worried that the colors were too 80s. But when I pulled them out and held them up with the fabric, they just worked. So this isn't a normal colorway for me. Like these dusty pinks and dusty blues, I'm like, meh. But it looks really good with this. And this is just a little cross needle miner that I have. But this is all in since August. And I stopped working on this one in October. So I did finally get some stitching in. Like once my bug came back, it limped in and then it came back. Sorry for the zipping and rattling. It is what it is. I don't know if this was a new start. I think this was a new start too. I'm not 100% sure if this was a whip or not. It is a Mill Hill buttons and beads. This is the Dragonfly Lime. They have several. This is my to-go project. This is the one I take to work. I take to piano lessons. I take when we go anywhere. I don't get to stitch a lot at work. Day shift is different. But I have it with me just in case because I always bring cross stitch. And this is where I currently am. I've got the whole outer border and now the inner border. That's coming out more pink than it It's more of a, ooh, my belly just growled. It's more of a red color. But I'm loving working on this. I love the paper. I love it, makes it easy, you know, for all lighting situations. And I've even got it in this. This is a Container Store container, and I can't find these anymore, and I love them. But just got it stuck in there. Let's fluff the pattern out. See, this is why I can't put. I have to put stuff up as I go, or try to. My henna mandala. This was my to-go project for a while. I've worked on these all since April. I don't remember when. This is a piece of Aida that I hand dyed myself. It was white Aida, and I dyed it with just some browns and tans. This was a Sal with Southern California Stitchers and Emily C. I don't know where Emily C is on hers. I know that we are using the same color, guys. I almost have a finish on this one. I would love to finish this one this year. And because this is like, this, not even corner, this quarter of a corner. 1/8. Oh, fractions. Middle school math. That's all I have left. Like, this is the actual end. I just have to fill in this little part here. And that'll be a finish. That's hopefully going to be a finish this year. Oh, now I've made predictions, and my bug will go running away again. I don't know the DMC that I'm stitching on. I know that it's one of their variegated. Don't know the number. If you're really, really interested, ask me, and I will find out what number it is. And this is just a little a dragonfly bag that was gifted to me by my friend Kelly. Star Wars in another Stitchnbutton bag with a needle minder that says a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. This is a Sal with Angie, Hibernation Stitcher, I believe. And Vic, Stitchnbutton. It is a kit, a Dimensions Disney kit by Dimensions. But I did not stitch this on the called for fabric. I subbed in my own just random even weave fabric. And this is where I currently am. And I have a Mickey Disney needle minder there. Because this is what I took to Disney with me last year when we went. But I got some more of his. You could actually tell that's somewhat of a helmet now. And I am just using the call for threads. I'm having a soda. I've been doing really good and drinking a lot more water with my Circle water bottle. But it makes a noise when I drink, so I thought I would drink out of that instead. This is in a Momly bag. One of the prototype Momly bags for this interior. This is a new start. Oh, see. This is from a magazine. This is what it will look like when it's finished. Look at the dragonflies and the daisies. Oh, see? I forgot that when I do videos. Guys, I've had no want to do a video. And today I was like, let me see how this set up. Where am I going to, if I just had to do, I started watching Flosstube. Kind of want to do a video. And I was like, let me see if I sat this up where I was going to do it. Because I was going to do it outside. That's a whole other life update. But I was going to do it outside, but now it's raining. And I was like, let me see if I could even set it up in here and it work. And then by the time I got it set up, I was like, oh gosh, I got it set up. I might as well do the video. So this is from the let's see if I can find the actual name. Spring Basket from the I want to say it's by Doreen Jones. I want to say it's in, it looks like it's in one of the cross-stitch crazies, like the way the chart is set up. But it's Doreen Jones Spring Basket. You can find it. Again, if I show anything and don't give you all the information, just ask me down below in the comments, and I'll be glad to do more research. I've got it somewhere, exactly what it is. So this is the colorway. I did it in the called for DMC. It's got Anchor DMC. Another reason I think that it's the cross stitch crazy, because Anchor is bigger over there. Lovely, lovely. Oh, these beautiful thread drops that were gifted to me by Donna. Love another colorway that I wouldn't always stitch in, but I'm loving it, especially on this piece of fabric. This is Dawn 28 count Laguna by Picture This Plus. I didn't get a great start on it, but I got a start. At least 300, I think. That's when I was still counting. There it is. Guys, these colors together are amazing. The darker kind of tonal fabric with these bright colors. Oh, I'm wanting more of this Dawn fabric. This is an amazing green gray color. Let me see if I can get. Is that showing true to? Yep, that's showing pretty true to color. And this is just a random needle minder that I got off Etsy. Oi, with the poodles already. Those may not know, that's a Gilmore Girls quote. And I was watching Gilmore Girls when I worked on this. I'll just kind of squeeze in life updates as I go. Yeah, I was going to do this on the porch because we officially own our home and everything's gone wrong. Like, we had a hot tub, just a simple plug and play hot tub out on the back porch, screened-in porch. Had it since 2017. Been great. Started leaking. We were going to replace said hot tub with the same said hot tub. No new technology or anything. It was going to cost twice as much. So we didn't. Instead, we just had to make the porch a porch. So we had to rip up carpet and sand concrete and paint concrete and get furniture. It's lovely out there. And that's where I was going to record today, except now it's cloudy. First time in like the last 2 weeks. It hadn't rained for 3 weeks. The last 2 weeks I was like, I'm going to do something outside, and it rains those days. Oh, and then our air conditioner went out, and then I flooded our living room and messed up our flooring, and the air conditioner's still not 100% fixed. It's just there. Another news, guys. I've got a lot of new starts. This is Holly. No, what is this? Yes, a Holly Jolly Mandala by Ink Circles. I'm inserting the picture here. I did this completely backwards. Long time ago, I went to a retreat with Lori, Organic Granny, and they had a stitchy gift, stitchy like you, Secret Santa. There we go. And I fell in love with her gift, and I ended up with her gift. She kitted this up. It is 35 count Liberty Red Linen. This what's up. And guys, that's pretty true to color. Maybe not quite so candy apple red. Here's the sweet spot. With white floss, just white DMC. I'm stitching it 2/1, 2/2 on 35 count length. Yeah. I've just got this basic needle minder there. Love it. Another one that I'm loving working on. I love Olive in Circles and Mandalas. My chair squeaks. I'm in my kitchen chair. Technically a new start. So this is the Prairie Fairies. I plan to stitch all of these. I have it kitted up to stitch all of them. I had already stitched. Is it in here? Maybe my finishes. I had already stitched the frog. And now I have started the bird, which I didn't realize how much I got all done. So I'm working on the bird now. And this is in the called for DMC on some 25 counts. I think it's Monica that they have at Hobby Lobby. This is where I currently am. Yes, still on the hoop. I'm bad. This was my to-go project for a while. But I've got him mostly done too. What do I need to finish? I've got to finish his... No, I got his legs. Just the flowers around him. And I guess more of the fairy's head. Because yeah, that's not complete. So, I just snorted. Oh well. And then I've got just a Stay Golden Girls needle minder because, well, I love some Golden Girls. And after that, I think I'll go to either the Snail or the Bluebird or the Bunny. I don't know. I'm really excited about the Bluebird, so I think I may save that one for last. But yeah, I went ahead and cut all the little fabrics to fit. And I even have my start place pinned because anybody that's been around me when I start a new project knows that I definitely get some blank canvas anxiety. And then these are just the called for DMCs. They are more neat than that. They're DMC. Look through your stash and you'll find it. I stitched a little more on my Hawk Run Hollow. No. This is Lady of the Flag. Hawk Run Hollow used to be this one. So this is another Momly bag. This is my Lady of the Flag. She is a work of love and hate and love and hate. I worked some more on the flag mainly. I did this over the 4th of July weekend by the pool with my in-laws. And then some more of the dress. I really love the flag though. And this is on the Primitive Hair We the People fabric. Plenty of room. And this is just a wooden needle minder with like a picture on it. This person no longer makes needle minders. And there we need needle minders. Anyway, that's a whole other story. And I'm just stitching that in the called for DMC, except that I am doing the green version to make it look like the Statue of Liberty. So, and Diana is Kismet Stitches is the one that helped me do that conversion. I was smart in this one. I actually left the magazine in here. This is... This is from the Just Cross Stitch, June 2022. And I am... Which one am I actually stitching? Bloom Where You're Planted is what it's called. No. Birds and Blooms. They're all about blooms in this one. So this is what it will look like when it's finished, except I have converted it to color and cottons. This is on page 14 of this magazine if you're looking for it. And if you're interested in my conversion, just let me know. I will be glad to share. I will say I have been with Color and Cotton for years though. So some of them are limited edition and some of them she doesn't make anymore. So, but I'll be glad to share it if you're interested. Now in this magazine, if you kind of like this pattern, I strongly recommend that you get it. Because this magazine is like, I tend to be, I either love all of the patterns in the magazine, or I don't love them all. So these are the other patterns in the magazine. It's got the Bloom Where You're Planted. Look, a dragonfly. That one's going to be stitched. And then the one from the front, the birds and blooms. And then some quilt blocks. And then this little sampler peacocks. Like, it's got a bunch of really good patterns in here. This is the June of 2022. And these are my threads. Oh, I lied. I completely lied. I was going to do the conversion and did not do the conversion. I'm stitching this in DMC. On just an MCG textiles linen. I completely lied. I sat down and converted this one out except for a few and then decided like I couldn't match anything that I wanted it to match. So I put it away and I just now remember that. So yeah, my conversion is in the book because it's their call for DMC. This is, first of all, a working copy, so don't panic anybody because I know these are now out of print again. Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs, part of the Magical Mystery Tour series. This one I did convert. And again, if you want the conversion, I'll share it with you. It is stitched on Color and Cotton chamomile with mostly Color and Cotton colors, and I won't have to do research because I have the colors in here. So if you are interested, let me know. This is the colorway of mine. So I went more black than green with the gate. The colors on the gate were more of a green color. I liked, in the wall were more greeny. I went with more black and gray to kind of match what the picture was. This is where I currently am. Which does not look like a lot. This is the piece that I broke up into 12 pieces with a plan to finish it this year. I would love to finish it this year, but I'm not going to throw that gauntlet down because I don't want to make myself stitch on it and lose it. I'm a little over, this is like the halfway point. So I'm a little more than halfway done. It would be feasible to get done this year. How about that? It would be possible to finish this year if I really sat down and worked on this one instead, which I may do that. We'll see. And this is just a little beetle minder. Again, it was a pin that my husband deconstructed and reconstructed for me into a magnet. He just pulled the pin out, but he used tools that I'm not allowed to mess with because I'm too clumsy. Next up is mulberry trees. This was a start last year, I think, or it might have been at the beginning of this year. I stitched some more on it. This is by Darling and Lindsay. And it says, I will not say that your mulberry trees are dead, but I am afraid they are not alive. When I read that, I loved it. And this is, again, a working copy because I don't usually carry my permanent copies with me. This is in the, is it called for DMC? No, it is in DMC, but it calls for some weak style words and stuff, but they put the conversion there, and I just did it in the DMC. I will show you this colorway because of all the jewel tones. So apparently I forgot to check my time. I just got talking about the stuff and forgot to look at the time and realized that my camera was going to cut off. So anyway, these jewel tones are my normal stitchy, like I love jewel tones. This is stitched on 32 count Belfast Legacy linen. That was loud. That's an inside joke with my husband and I. Legacy linen by Picture This Plus, 32 count. And it says, my needle minder is one from Stitchnbutton, one stitch at a time. And I'm just getting letters in, just getting the words in. Okay, I'll share the thing. When my husband and I were dating, and he had come pick me up to go to the movies, and we got in his car, and he forgot that he had his music playing, as most musicians do. And as soon as he cranked up the car, like, it was just this really loud guitar solo, and we both jumped. I think I actually, like, screamed a little. It was so loud. And he turned it down really fast. He's like, I'm sorry, that was a little loud. And now it's a big joke. But anyway, so see, notice a little sparrow needle or zipper pull on this Vic and Button bag. But we always joke anytime something's loud. This one is Emily's fault. 100% Emily's fault. I went to her house earlier this year. She had shown this in one of her videos, and I saw it in Pertline. Okay. This is what I'm stitching. This is from the Cross Stitch and Needlework Designs by Better Home and Gardens from June 1998. So, I had seen this before, fell in love with it, kitted up with DMC, didn't have all the DMC. This is so long ago, before I had the entire stash of DMC. Fell in love with it, and it just kept getting bumped. And then she showed her video, and showed where she had stitched it when she was younger, and had it framed in her house. And then I went to her house, and so I was like, I've got to start it. So I started it. And I'm just doing it in the called for colors. I'm not doing it on Ada. This is a piece of, I want to say, just 32 count white linen. Are you ready for this huge, huge, huge start? Which I'm going to have to figure out which way is up. I think this way is up. One whole square. And I was still watching Gilmore Girls, so there's my links. You don't mind, they're off Etsy. Yep. But, again, it is in the 80s colorway. But, like, it fits. I might change. There was something that I might change. I don't remember what it was, but I'm out. I mean, you know, you can always change. I may make that a little different. I don't necessarily like the purple heart. Anyway, that's it. My whole off and start. This is my Moonlight Sampler by the Blue Flower. This is another Sal with Shannon and Sammy. Shannon is way far ahead of us. Yeah, I swear I know English. This is done in the called for DMC, except I changed a few little things. Let me see. I think I marked it down. I use so it calls for weak side works, but I use the DMC instead. And then I changed a few of them, as you can see, just to either darken them up or lighten them up, depending on. If you want that, I will let you know. This is on a thread keep that Emily made for me, because I have a wonderful friend in Emily. It's me, my son, and my husband. These are the colorways. Some of the purples I changed, I think, and then the tin was, I went more for this green instead of the white. Anyway, this is where, I almost put it back up without showing you. This is where I currently am. This is stitched on. A thread went across my lap. I thought it was the cat. This is stitched on, I think this is a piece of Lakeside Linens silver. I have no clue. I have no clue what this fabric is. I think it's Lakeside Linens. I think it's silver, or their pewter color. Maybe not. Yeah, it's Lakeside Linens because I cut it. And it's their, oh, what's the name of the color? Oh my gosh. I'll remember it at some point. I just worked some more on this little garden gate thing there. And I love the saying. I'll read it to you. Though my soul may set in darkness, it will rise in perfect light. I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night. And I've always been a night owl. Even now that I'm on day shift, I'm kind of a night owl. That's why I struggle so hard for a while. It's weird for me going to bed before like midnight. Oh, and this is in a another Stitchnbutton bag. It's a Friends because, oh my gosh, Friends. It's got a lobster clip because you're my lobster. She's his lobster. She's her, whatever. This is another new start since August. This is a not a DMC. This is a Dimensions. I have the notes where I worked in the different groups. Cow feeder, brush horse. Anyway, this was actually a kit. And it came with linen. It was... I'll insert a picture here of the kit. It used to be in Hobby Lobby. I want to say Busilla. Not 100% sure. They put it on clearance and I didn't get it. And then finally went back and got it on eBay. But I subbed out the fabric for... I think I actually had the fabric in the other one. For a color and cotton stoneware. Guys, this fabric is what it's about. And then I started stitching it and completely had to restart it because you couldn't see the white, and put it on this one instead and fell in love. I was afraid this was too dark. I thought Emily, she's like, no, it's not too dark. You know, it's Emily who, I think Emily and Ellen were both like, no, it's not too dark. That white pops. You can still get, if you don't get the kit, you can still get the pattern. But the pattern is a little more complicated and tedious. It does have some 1/1, whereas the kit does not. It's called Esther Cop. Oh, I told you that. And I'm using the included threads. So professional in these videos. This is Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. You guys have seen this everywhere. I have a picture here. This is what it will look like when it's finished. With all these wonderful, typical long dog sampler details that you will never get. You will never see them. I think you could look at a long dog sampler 1,000 times and not ever see every single detail. Like, it's amazing. I mean, I'm sure when you stitch it you notice the detail, but as far as just looking at it, like, every time I look at it I see something new that I didn't recognize. Every time. I'm stitching this on 20 count Vintage Country Mocha Ada in the sulky red, and I will get the color for you if you want it. I don't know what number it is. It's called Peacock. And This is where I currently am. This whip and I were in timeout because I stitched and frogged and stitched and frogged, and this year I finally picked it back up. But that is where I currently am. Guys, I love this. I love this thread color, and then with this Winter Country Mocha linen, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I have a Plague Dr. Needleminder from Baaack Stitchnbutton, because, well, you have to have a Plague Doctor if you're talking about, you know, pandemic in 2020 that came out. I still think it's crazy that she was going to release this chart then anyway, and then the pandemic actually broke out. I'm using the name one like the best year ever and release it that way. You know, we'll all have the best year ever. Two more, guys. Two more, and then on to the haul. This is another new start. This was a Stitchy box kit that was gifted to me. Not the actual Stitchy box, but the kit was gifted to me by Miss Connie. And I'm stitching it as called for. It is on what is the name of the fabric? 32 count Storm Opal from Picture This Plus with Gloriana Winter White. I did have to get more Gloriana. I think I lost some though. It was not their fault. It was my fault. Gloriana White. And then this is Valdani hand-dyed Turkey Red. That's pretty true to color. Let's see. That makes more, yeah. Pretty true to color. And then it will have beads as well. And this is where I currently am. I, again, almost put up the stuff. Just showing you the... Yeah, that's it. There we go. That's all I got done. I have the beads stuck over there. It's just silver beads though, so even if I lost them, it won't be that big of a deal. I said two more. I can't count. There were three. This is one that I started this in 2020, I think, and guys, it's so fitting. The power of love. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. So this is Stony Creek. Just beautiful piece. I filmed this a long time ago. Purchased it. Started it, I think, in 2020. And, you know, every year it seems like it's more fitting. Every year I'm like, oh, this is so fitting for this year. And then the next year something else happened. But it's so fitting for that year. And the next month, something happens. Anyway. I am stitching it in the called for DMC. Except for some of the Threadworks. And I think I had both of those. It calls for a Threadworks and then a Weeks Dye Works. But I think I substituted them both for a Threadworks. I think. Or maybe I just substituted it for the DMC. Yeah, I substituted it for the DMC. The only specialty floss I have is the Threadworks. That's the colorway. Again, those jewel tones. This is stitched on more of that 20 count Ada Vintage Country Mocha. I messed up big time. I moved part of the border up. So now I'm going to have to move it back down to make it fit. But I've got to get down there first to make sure I'm stitched. Up here is correct. So I'm stitching off this to get it correct, to get to the bottom of the border, and then I'll add a stitch. It's literally one stitch. Like, it is one of these single, lone, little stitches. Like, instead of doing 3, I did 4, or instead of doing 4, I did 3, whatever. And so I'm gonna just add it in down here somewhere, another little extra stitch. I've just got to make sure that I need to add it. So my plan is to, because this is correct and the mistake is in here somewhere, I'm stitching from here down until I get to this part of the border. Then I'll stitch this back up and fix it. Is that as clear as mud? But yeah, let it. I should be showing you this instead of the fabric. Like right there. And I love how they do like the two-tone leaves. Like, it's so autumn, but then the saying, love it. Oh, and then just a simple needle minder. And this really snazzy bag. Ooh, that was almost bad. Cherry Coke on my projects. I would have cried. Oh, this is on an out of print chart. This is a working copy because I've used my pieces. And the original is already spoken for. It was spoken for before it came to me. So it was passed to me. I'll pass it back and it'll go to somebody else. It's not even mine to go. The Good Housewife. The Bird Keeper. Look at these yummy colors. Oh, I may have to pull this one out next. Look at those yummy Halloween colors. Yeah, I may have to pull this one out next. My cat's chirping over there. And this is on a piece of fabric that I dyed. Hand dyed myself with some red dye. It was a white piece of fabric. This is what it currently looks like now. Most recently, I worked on the actual bird cage, the dress. Trying to finish it out. So there's a fold. There's not a big thing there. There we go. Come on now. The tree is done, I believe. Yes, the first tree is done. I'm working on the dress part. And then I'll work on her. But there that is. So yeah. Tan and gray red dye. And that is it for progress. I've kind of given life updates as I go. Middle school is no joke. My son is now in middle school. He's at a friend's house tonight, spending the night. Between the tween angst middle school, that also probably helped my stitchy bug, kind of. But we're doing good. We found our groove and we are happy now. This is all haul, and I will not impersonate Olivia B's haul because I won't subject you to that. Plus my husband's sleeping. He would probably shoot me. Kidding. But yeah, just everything is great. I'm stitching now. Like I said, I'm not stitching in any order. We're doing great. And if you don't like seeing haul, I assume you will click off. So if that's the case, take care. And I'll see you next time. If you're like me and you like to see all the things because it enables you to buy more, here we go. It's not as much as it could be. How about that? Literally today, I opened the mailbox and I got my color and cotton. So if you're in this club and you don't want to see it, look away. If your eyes are closed, you've been warned. Here we go. Color and cotton. Fabric of the month. I changed to all colors. I might have to change back to the neutrals. Because like I had so many browns and browns and browns and grays and browns and grays. But then that's what I stitch on. But I felt bad because that's all I was getting. But then, I mean, this is beautiful. do not get me wrong. I will hold the name up because I don't want to say it. In case you got your eyes closed. And that's exactly what it looks like. But I just don't see myself necessarily stitching on anything this color. But I do have a friend that's new to stitching, and her daughter, yeah, maybe that will work. I am still in the neutral thread color. Still don't look. And these are them for this month. This is the October's. See, guys, look. Look at that. Like, that is amazing. I love that color. And that's pretty true to, yeah, that's pretty spot on. Okay, now you can look. So I just flashed them. That was on. Don't look, I do all this stuff and then I show it to you as I put it back away. Okay, and then, so these have been on my wish list and then off my wish list. And then I realized they're getting harder and harder to find. So I was able to source all of them. One of them was on eBay. These two came from Jenn's Stitching Niche. And I think my fourth one is coming from the Fat Quarter Shop. They are the Pop of Summer. Or this one is Pop of Winter. And it's the kit by Bent Creek with the linen and the pearl cottons. And this one is Pop of Summer. Pop of Autumn is the one that I got from eBay. These literally showed up today. I'm fighting the urge not to start them. I may have to. It'll be the autumn one. And then Pop of Spring was really hard to find. If you were interested in these, and you're looking for Pop of Spring, first of all, Jenn has the one she has on sale right now for the month of October. So check her out, Jenn's Stitching Niche. But the hard one to find is Pop of Spring. And there is a store that has them. Garon Stitchery has the Pop of Spring. So if you're looking for that one, he has some of those. But I was able to source it. And I think the Silver Needle has them all, I believe. But then, so I finally got them. Okay, good. I don't know when I'm going to start them. But the completionist in me, I've got all 4 of them. And I wake up this morning and I scroll Facebook. And they've put out Pop of Halloween. So now I have another kit that I'm going to have to get. Okay. This is the September color and cotton. Now see, this one I love. And this is when I got into where I could get more colors like this. So I don't know. I cannot. That's washing out. There we go. This is called Celestine. And I love that she's tagging her fabrics now. That's pretty. It's a little, that's too bright. There we go. There it is. Beautiful blue fabric. Maybe I need to go down on this just a little bit. And that's actually kind of, No. Anyway. And then the threads for that month were here. That green and orange and purple scream Halloween to me. And then, when I was so bad about stitching, my sister tried to introduce me to diamond painting. She gifted me 2 diamond paintings. One is this. Oh, that is my childhood, guys. And I did just a little bit. Just a bottom rose. She's like, at least if you're not going to stitch, you can do this with me. So I worked on that. And she also gifted me another one, and this is the Golden Girls. Will it focus? Thank you for being our friend. It's just the girls. And it says thank you for being our friend. Okay. Randomness. Forever in peace, may you wave. This is by Susan O'Brien, Sweet Wing Studios. I love the little different, the way each stripe is different. So, I don't know when I'll start that, but I loved it. I won this one from Vic at Stitchnbutton. It's just a little sampler. It was a giveaway. May your handworks fulfill our hearts. Oh, and desires. May our handwork fill our hearts and desires. That makes more sense when you read it correctly. I got this one off eBay. Plum Street Sampler. Sergi. Just a little bird. Just a little cardinal. Thought he was cute. Home is where you hang your needlework. Oh my gosh. And it's a salt box house. So see. And, oh, that's not. I thought it was a dragonfly. But that's a flower. That's taller than the house. But I think it would be scarier if it was a dragonfly taller than the house, huh? The cat, that's as big as the door. Just love it. Love it, love it. Blackbird's Designs. Schoolgirl Sampler Series. Star Sampler. I'll show that one in a minute. August 3rd, let me stop. Okay. So I actually had to go delete some stuff off the card. But then when I was gone, one of my light bulbs in my yellow light, my warm light started blinking. So now I have this light, but that's okay. We're going to go with it. Next, I do have Vic's Halloween mystery box. I'm going to show that very last so that if you got it, you won't have to see it. So I'll show that at the very last. So next is, oh, more of the 25 count Laguna from Artiste. I lied, it was not Monica by Zweigart from Hobby Lobby. This is in the colorway Still Blue. Two of those. Coloring Cotton's August Thread Cub. Oh, you know what? It looks better without the yellow light on. I'll do that next time. I'm not reshooting this whole video for that. So these are the threads. Yeah. Much better with just the white light. So that's all I'll do from now on. If y'all don't mind like the kind of dark behind me. Let me know what you think. And this beautiful purple that I don't know that I'll ever stitch on. Guys, it's amazing. Just don't know what I'll stitch on it. But it does make my heart happy. So it's not one I'm going to get rid of by any means. July's Pumpkin Picking. Oh my god, y'all, now this one made me happy. Look at that. See, these are the colors I was going for. Like these more bold colors like this. Even the purple. It's just not necessarily, who knows, I may find the perfect fabric for it later. And then those, like, I need a piece that just has this in it. So I'm keeping things together because I need this to become one. Some random even weave blue fabric. I think this was all part of a lot that I got on eBay. Very, very, very random. And then some random just 18 count linens. Nothing fancy. I got these because I really like doing the Bent Creek in the pearl cottons, and it's getting harder and harder to find 18 count linen, so I just got some 18 count linen. My pile runneth over. I got this on, when I say Stash and Load, it's the Stitch Me fabric. It is an Ada, but pretty 18 count Ada. I love her dyeing, but I can never catch pieces, so I buy them secondhand. Just some 20 count rust, 22 count rust rather. Just thought it was pretty evenly. Okay, here we go. Oh, and these were gifted to me from Chelsea. 2 turquoise threads. Love them. Gosh, y'all, that color. I'm going to have to do this next time without any yellow light. Much better with just a white light. That's so true to color. And then I got into finding the books online. These are heavy. If I'm not going to flip through, except for the one that I think that I got a couple that I'm going to show you. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not going to do a full flip through. If you're interested and want me to, let me know and I will do a flip through. So my sister got me this one. American Best Cross Stitch. I don't think... That's not the one. Let me see. I'm trying to see if this is the one that the... No. I will say, I love this piece, but it's so big. Like, so huge. But I don't know that I'll stitch it. It's on my page 126. Let's see. She got it for me back when she was trying to help me fall in love. This is stitched on it is 360 by 66. It is 40 inches by 7.5 inches. 40 inches. 4 feet's what? 48. So that's 3 feet and some. 3 foot 4 inches. No. Yeah, 36. And on 18 count. So in order to make this smaller, I'd have to like stitch it on 50 count. Ooh, that was almost the pattern. Like, it is huge. But it is pretty. Like, they show it displayed over the bed. And I'm sure it really will. It's not like those Amazon pictures where it shows it displayed over the bed and you get it's this big. Like, that's legit. Like, look at the logs. It's huge. But I have it just in case. So this is a Leisure Arts publication. This is the Christmas, the Charms of Christmas. Oh, this is the one I said. The Charms of Christmas. It, Leisure Arts, The Charms of Christmas. Book 22. And this is what that Harvest Blessings will look like when it's finished. See, fell in love with it. It's got some other ones. If you want me to go through this, tell me you want me to go through it. Cross Stitch Christmas. Handmade Holidays. Again, the penguin one, if you want to go through it. Cross Stitch Christmas. Timeless Treasures. Santa, if you want to go through it. Turquoise Ball. Cross Stitch Christmas, A Heartwarming Holiday. Let me know if you want to go through it. I'll flip through it. And last but not least, A Cross Stitch Christmas, Heartfelt Holidays. Let me know if you want to go through it. My battery is blinking at me. So, try to see if I can get this in. The Vic Halloween bag. Guys, oh, look at the houses and the pumpkins on inside. And then we got candy. It's been eaten by my husband, my kid. Fox and Rabbit, Graveyard Jack. Guys, look. Got a wand pin, thread keep, and beaded, and the thread, the tags. a pin cushion. Ooh, the shiny. A pin cushion decoration beaded. An Ort folder with pockets. Guys, anytime she does a mystery box, I strongly recommend it. Potion pouch. It has a needle minder. I've already put the needle minder on something. It looks just like this. I'll insert a picture of the needle minder here. Oh, it's right here. The needle, the bag, and then the needle minder. Guys, like, it's amazing. And then I got some more needle minders from her, but I can't show you because they're gifts for a friend. But I can show you these two. Hang on. I got these two for myself. Anti-social butterfly. And keep it squatchy for my husband. But guys, that is it. I'm going to say a rush goodbye because my camera is yelling at me that it's going to die. Thanks for watching if you stayed for this hour and like 20-minute video, I think. As always, guys, happy stitching. I hope I'll be back soon. Take care.